let's now bring you the latest from the ICC Cricket World Cup. Well, both the Indian and the Pakistani teams are at Mohali ahead of the semi-final clash, which is being called as the final before the final. But as far as the players are concerned, they are trying their best to keep the pressure off them.
Any India-Pakistan match is special, more so if it's a World Cup match, that too a semi-final. No doubt the players are going to be under tremendous pressure, something that Pakistan is playing down at the moment.
मेरा नहीं ख्याल कि मेरे ऊपर या पूरी टीम के ऊपर इस किस्म का कोई एक्स्ट्रा प्रेशर है कि हम लोग इंडिया से खेल रहे हैं, क्योंकि हमने अपने लिए ये वर्ल्ड कप इस तरह इजी किया है कि हम सिर्फ उस पर्टिकुलर डे के मुतालिक सोचते हैं और कोशिश करते हैं कि उस पूरे दिन को हम लोग जीतें.
That's probably what's seen them do so well in this tournament. They topped Group A and in the quarters thrashed West Indies by 10 wickets. No wonder then that they're looking like a very, very confident unit.
जो गुजर गया वो हिस्ट्री है. जो हुआ वर्ल्ड कप के अंदर अगर पाकिस्तान ने इंडिया को नहीं हराया तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी पिछले 11-12 सालों से वर्ल्ड कप का कोई मैच नहीं था हारा, लेकिन लगातार वो हमसे भी हारे और इंडिया ने भी उनको हराया.
Meanwhile, the entire Indian squad reached together without players taking any breaks to go back home, despite having a gap of almost a week between their matches.
The mind games have already begun, with Shahid Afridi saying that Pakistan will not let Sachin Tendulkar score his 100th 100 here in Mohali, and Mohammad Hafiz saying that India isn't unbeatable after all. The Indian camp has kept it quiet so far, perhaps waiting to unleash a "de gumake" reply on the 30th. In Mohali, with camera person Arvind Jaiswal, this is Rika Roy for NDTV.
And will cricket diplomacy give a fresh impetus to bilateral talks? Pakistan Prime Minister Yusuf Raza Gilani has accepted the Indian Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh's invite to attend the Indo-Pak encounter in Mohali on Wednesday. Manmohan Singh had individually written to both Gilani and President Zardari. The Prime Minister's cricket diplomacy will be the first major bilateral event at the summit level between the two sides since the 26/11 attacks, when relations between the two countries plunged to a new low. And Union Telecom Minister Kapil Sibal hailed Gilani's decision to come to India for the match and said he hoped the effects show up in the political arena as well.
Two neighbors in a game that has attracted millions of people in this country, where both people on both sides enjoy the game, are coming together, and the leadership will also be together. There's nothing to do with politics, but it's something to do with the fact that when we are on the play field, we are together. And I hope that this kind of togetherness also comes about later through negotiations and through a political settlement of the outstanding issues between India and Pakistan.
I think it's a good move. It's a move in the right direction. But eventually, Pakistan and India have to sit down on the table and sort out the main points of contention. Unless that is done, my worry is that you will always have some sort of an incident, like the Mumbai incident. And after all the confidence building measures, again you'll be back to square one. So, you know, there are these contentious issues have to be sorted out. Unfortunately, we do not have strong governments in both countries. Especially in Pakistan, we have the weakest government of all times.
And in news from the racetracks, well, Red Bull's Sebastian Vettel won the season-opening Australian Grand Prix with a comfortable lights-to-flag victory in Melbourne. Lewis Hamilton took a solid second place, while an excellent drive from Vitaly Petrov secured him the third position. Petrov was just 1.5 seconds ahead of Fernando Alonso, with Mark Webber finishing fifth, having lost out to Alonso in the final round of the pit stops. Jenson Button came home sixth, an impressive recovery after a drive-through penalty. The Saubers finished 7th and 8th on the track, but were later disqualified after technical infringement on the rear wing. Therefore, on default, Paul Di Resta, on his F1 debut with Force India, bagged the 10th slot behind teammate Adrian Sutil, giving their team 3 points to start with. And finally, Chennai's theatre groups come together on one single centre stage today, being World Theatre Day. Well, the stage was raised for the city to celebrate the art in all its form at the Museum Theatre. The event saw its quintessential mix of young and upcoming actors, as well as patrons and the masters to discuss.
From aiming that arrow which you aimed at me.
And with that, we wrap this bulletin. Thanks so much for watching the Late Night News. Good night.